I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells like this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you learn something from this? You go to bed at night, you later, you take responsibility for yourself. Because nobody's going to take responsibility for you.
Hey everybody, this is Erico and I am back again. So let's get into Korean celebrities and if they should be canceled for using drugs. Or should they be given a redemption arc and being able to come back? Well, we know that there's been redemption arcs for many Korean celebrities who have gotten themselves together and they've come back and eventually just gone back to what they were doing originally and people kind of forgot about it. Or they just say, they apologize. Let's move on with our lives. This comes up because now a really big actor, really well known, very talented actor named UIN really is in the spotlight right now, and it is not for the right reasons. So they found that he was using this sleep-inducive drug, and the Ministry of Health was alarmed because they were finding that he was getting this drug over the counter multiple times, too many times. And they said, you know what, you gotta come in because this is illegal. And so they were like, we're going to do the test, see what's going on, get our evidence. So when this came out, much of the Korean public thought that this was going to be just another case of another celeb using this drug. I don't know if they're using this because they want sweet dreams, because they want to be floating on a cloud in a dream, because they feel like that their nightmares are better than reality. I don't know, but this has happened before. So people buckled in and they were waiting to hear what was going to happen next. So the results come back. And they find that not only is this drug in his system, but also a slew of other drugs. One of those drugs being cocaine. So Korean laws are very strict about you using substances illegally, smuggling them into the country, even being a Korean and going outside of the country and using it. You still Korean, they will still get you. And so to find that this man's results look like a drug house was not cute at all. Yeah, he's pint size. He's a cute looking guy, even though he's like mid-30s now. Extremely into dark mental roles. And sometimes he does like more lighthearted stuff, but a lot of his famous roles are very dark and kind of angry and evil. So when I found out that this was all happening and the results were out, I said, well, he's digging deep down to himself to get into these roles. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I love seeing him in these roles because he's so good at them. He's so talented. But then I also remember that that is acting. Acting is living truthfully in an imaginary circumstance. So who knows how long he was using cocaine and all these other drugs to get him to that point, because a lot of those roles where he's busting people in the head with ashtrays is like the edge of insanity. So now he's had many projects that's supposed to be coming out this year, and that's up in the air. That means he's hurt production teams, the actors and actresses that were in these movies with him. They found out that they switched him out of Hellbound 2 quicker than quick. Quicker than the North Koreans could jump over the South Korean border. That's how quick they switched him out of that show. Netflix was not playing with him. When they found out that he was on all those drugs, I was not surprised. I saw people that were like, oh, he's not going to be in season 2, so I'm not going to watch it. Whose fault is that? But it's sure not Netflix's fault. Netflix didn't know he was on cocaine. Sure not the production's fault. Sure not the story of Hellbound's fault. Whose fault was it? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna need you to tell me whose fault it was that he's not in season 2. He's wasted his talent. He's wasted the years he's put into working on his craft. I remember seeing him, I think one of the first movies I saw him in was Antique, which is the Korean adaptation of Antique Bakery. Both adaptations very good. He did very good in that movie. Whole cast did very good in that movie. And to see him grow and get more roles and be in dramas and taking like risque roles at that. Like he really takes roles that would make some actors uncomfortable, and he was not afraid to take these roles head on and really, really act. And so to hear that he has messed all of that up, and to see that the Korean public and the Korean media are crucifying him, they are nitpicking everything. We're talking about old speeches he gave and how they're saying, like, the signs were there. Like, we knew that something was wrong. See, it shows that he was definitely on drugs.
한 수상에 대한 평을 해주셨는데 뭐 적다는 것의 기준을 어디에 두느냐에 따라서 달라질 수도 있겠지만 계속 젊은 마음을 유지하며 그렇게 저를 던질 수 있는 배우로 살아가고 싶습니다. 네.
네, 그 연기가 아니었고 인터뷰하는 장면이었거든요. 그런데 보면은 표정을 좀 과하게 찡그린다거나 뭐 갸웃한다거나 이런 반응들이 일반 사람보다는 좀 과하다는 평가가 있습니다. 그러니까 배우니까 그럴 수 있다라고 당시에는 뭐 생각을 많이들 하셨던 것 같아요.
It's just like it's so sad. It's mind-boggling. Because this could have been a simple case that could have blown over, but then to find that he was using so many drugs. Because there's so many other celebrities that have also been caught up in these scandals. And you know, at the time it's like, oh, but then after a while you're kind of like, okay, they seem to be doing okay. You know, we move on, they apologize, they write their long letter of apology, or they do some type of press conference and they're like, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. Yeah, it was illegal. They know how South Korea is. They will get you for coming into their country with it. They will pull you aside. It could be simple stuff that you might think is simple to any other country, and for them it's like, no, that's illegal over here. I'm gonna need you to come over into this small room and we're gonna interrogate you right now. We're gonna go through all your stuff. We're gonna make you feel real embarrassed today. Like, they are very much on it, and they're not playing with you. They're not playing with anybody. There are many celebrities that think that because they have prestige, because they have money, that they can just get whatever they want, and they will go behind the scenes and use all these drugs. And I guess it helps them cope with fame, because fame is a very double-edged sword. When you're famous, you're no longer a normal person. You cannot go about the world as a normal person. And I can understand where UIN probably had problems with not only doing these roles, but also living his normal life and being in the spotlight and being criticized as well, because some of his different movies and dramas were criticized very harshly online. And for him to continue to still take roles and still be innovative was something that I was always very inspired by with him. And even though he's not my favorite Korean actor by a long shot, he's always in my mind. And that's one thing about him. He makes you remember him. No matter if you're looking for him or not, he makes you remember him. You're like, oh, okay, I see you, little guy. I see you. You're still doing your thing. I do hope that he gets it together and that there is some kind of beginning that is new for him, because it's something that you can do, but you're going to need to reform yourself. And we can look at all of the different celebrities in the past who have also been knocked down by drug use and picked themselves back up again. And the only thing I can do is pray and hope that they don't turn back to the drugs. Because not only are you ruining your own life, you're also ruining your hard work, and you're also affecting the people that are working with you. All of the people that are working hard in the different productions that you are in, now, because of your choices, they also have to suffer. They have to think about, well, how are we going to approach this now? Because when you're cast for a role, they're putting their faith in you. And all of that is messed up now. So I do hope that it all works itself out. He probably won't be coming back anytime soon. Hopefully in some months to a year, we will see him again. I hope that there's no more Korean celebrities that do this and that are reckless like this. Think about your fans, your craft, and the people that love you and that support you. That should be your drug, and that should be the only thing that you're addicted to. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also for blog and research and pop culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching. Put below how you feel about this topic. I want to read your opinions. And I will be back in another video.